اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد وعلى آل سيدنا محمد وبارك وسلم. Last few years that the whole world suffered from this pandemic of COVID-19, it has changed human behaviors in more than one aspect. And researchers are still looking into what kind of impact it has had on what it really means to be a human person. Everything has changed. One of the things that we saw during the pandemic was this fear that gripped insani. Now, in this case, this was the fear of death. And it made them, compelled them to change their ways. For example, first of all, everybody just, they were secluded in their own homes, cleaning in their bags that they would buy groceries in. And then when they eventually went out, it was with so much care. Social distancing, keep your distance. Everybody's wearing these masks, right? People who are not suffering from COVID, they're being careful and cautious. They never know. They never know who they can catch it from, or if they have it, they want to protect others from their own illness and sickness. Right? Even today, you see people wearing the masks. Now, today, we heard the verses of Barda, and it brings our attention to the fact that women are encouraged to do Barda. Why? To protect themselves from people whose hearts might be sick. And usually you hear answers like, well, others should be the ones who should lower their gift. There's no doubt about that. They should. But if we look at the way that we behaved during COVID, it was never about, well, if this person has COVID, they should protect themselves or they should wear a mask. No. It was, I want to protect myself from the effects that others might have. And so if you look at Barda, it's very similar. Of course, Allah Ta'ala orders both the mu'mineen and mu'minat yaghuddu min absarihim that you must lower your gaze, but you never know who you come across that may have marad, sickness and ailment. What are we talking about? Multiple ailments that we have discussed on more than one occasions, right? Shahwat and hirs and hasad and bad nazar, buri nazar, all of that. So protect yourself. Protect yourself from it. So our sisters, our mothers, our wives and our daughters are being encouraged that you should protect yourself. Right? So this is how Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala brings balance and protect people from, sometimes human nature. Because we do have this animalistic, carnal existence that sometimes controls us. And, this is one of the reasons that we fast, is so we learn how to control ourselves. But while we are doing that, we should still be careful. Just like we were careful with the social distancing, wearing of the masks, right? Being careful, avoiding places. And this is something for the salikin as well. Because people can get deluded sometimes. Oh, mashallah, I am doing dhikr of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, I'm part of the tariqah, and I have suhbat of mashayikh and all of that. And they become careless with what kind of places they go, what kind of people they might interact with, thinking that they are now impervious to any kind of bad effects. So going back, even if you are healthy and you have never taken even the Tylenol in your life, still you can get sick. All you need was that one interaction with somebody who was carrying the virus, and that was it. We saw that in Matachin Masala, one of the presidents of Matachin Masala, very nice guy, very healthy guy. Plays cricket, and I forget his name now, but he played cricket, and mashallah, was never sick in his life. Now it can cause a person to be a little relaxed in what they were doing. And unfortunately, Bismillah, one of their children caught COVID from school, brought it home, one child, second child, wife, and eventually he got sick. And he became so sick that he went into a coma, and then he passed away. May Allah Ta'ala, inshallah, raise him in heaven. Very nice person, but it shows that you could, mashallah, have led the most perfect life. And this is why we have boundaries of Sharia for everyone. It's not that, I'm awam and you're khawas, and Sharia doesn't count for you, but it counts for no, none of that. None of that. Oh, mashallah, I'm this great wali and so on. No. Shaitan will keep on attacking us. This virus will keep on attacking us till the last breath. Our nafs, even when it becomes nafs mutma'inna, if you don't take care of it, it's not like it can't fall back. Asfala safilin. It can still fall back if you're not taking care of it. If you have attained fanai qalbi, mashallah, dhikr of Allah Ta'ala, and that jazb and all of that, and you don't take care of it, that's it. It just starts to fall back. That's why it's a constant mihnat. Constant mihnat. So there are lessons in this whole pandemic. You could have been healthy all your life, but you have to take care of yourself. You have to take, especially, if you had more than one condition, right? So if we know, for example, that, I have an issue with shahwa or hirs or tama or hasad or ujab and this, and it means it's easier for me to not only get affected with something else, but it's also easy for me to affect others too. And so humanity, being humane, demands that we protect others from it. And so this is why, parda is a very important part of this things. And, our sisters are encouraged to do that. But, for us, also dressing in a very appropriate manner, right? Because again, it's not just about me. I have to protect the society and community. So wearing loose clothes, shalwar kameez, or if you want it like a jubba, or whatever the case might be, wearing loose clothes which, conform to what the Sharia wants. So in Ramadan, it's important that we try to understand the hikmah behind the ahkamat as we go through the Quran. And there were amazing ayahs that were read today, right? Amazing ayahs that were read today, and and Rasulullah sallallahu khatam al-nabiyyin. I mean, that's a separate talk altogether. He is our door to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. There is no other way to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala except through him. Except through Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. فَقَدْ فَازَ فَوْتٌ عَظِيمًا. People who do atar of Allah and Rasul sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. So inshallah we'll talk maybe, if Allah Ta'ala gives tawfiq, next time. But there's hikmat in this. Sometimes we just don't realize it. And this is why, Quran, maybe there's some Adabi saying this, but this is a manual of human psychology. What it means to be a human person. Every hukam, it doesn't make sense. Well, why do I have to do this? And eventually, if you put in your mind, if you really think about it, oh, Allahu Akbar, this is why. and it's for my betterment, it doesn't benefit Allah Ta'ala in the slightest bit. أنتم الفقراء إلى الله والله هو الغني الحميد. Allah is independent. You are the needy ones. You are the one who are dependent. You are the faqir. Allah is the ghani. Everything in this, it's for you. Now, it's okay, if our mind is not mature enough, right? Just like if they're children and you start talking about like quantum physics and, quantum computing and AI and all of that, chat GPT in front of them, like, what are you talking about? It's just that their minds are not mature. And sometimes we are those people. Our minds are just not our batin, our minds are, understanding, the bigger plan, the qadr of Allah, the planning of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is just not mature enough to realize it. But that's okay, We can make dua that Allah Ta'ala gives that understanding to everyone. But alhamdulillah, having that yaqeen that this is really, there's just so much hikmah in everything. And that's why we submit. This is what it means to be a Muslim, a submitter, a surrenderer to the will of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So we make dua to Allah that in this Ramadan, Allah allows us true surrender of our nafs, of our qalb, of our aql, of our zahir, of our batin. We surrender our ilm, we surrender our amal and af'al. We surrender our body and soul to our Rabb, our Master. May Allah Ta'ala make it easy. Ameen ya Rabbul Alameen wa akhiru da'wana. And alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen.